everyone, it's author Sandra Wilson. This is another episode of the Creative Writer's Toolbox. These episodes are meant to give you some ideas of things to keep on a shelf to help inspire story building skills in your kids. It could be because they're working on a story and so you want to give them some activities they can do to kind of build on that inspiration, or it could be that maybe they're bored and you want to give them some activities that would be fun to do but also will help build these skills in them. So today I want to talk about fill in the blank books. Sometimes these are called Mad Libs, and basically they're books that have stories partially written and then blanks in them that you can add words or pictures to help complete the story. And these aren't necessarily stories that you would put in a book, but they're fun and they kind of have some silly parts to them. But what it does do is it helps show the foundation of what builds a story. So it gives you the ideas of what you can add to the story, describing words or actions or feelings, things like that you can add to the story, or what kind of characters, situations, things like that. So you could start early on at a younger age. This one is from Discovery's Toys. It's called Ahoy Pirate Pete. There's also one called Once Upon a Time. And what these do is they have the story, but then they also have pictures that you can, not all the pictures in this book, because these are very popular books with the kids that I've worked with. So the idea is there's pictures that go in and out of the book that you can then change the story. So the pictures can be stored at the side. Sometimes because both books are similar, I usually put a whole pile in and they can create all sorts of stories. And there's lots of giggles because, sometimes there's a magical toilet and things like that. So it just makes it giggle. But what it does do is it creates the idea of this is how a story goes and this is how you can be part of a story. So it gives them the idea that they could actually create a story. There's some other ones that you can get at the store. This one is called Road to Writing, and so again it gives a bit of a story and then it has you fill in the blank. So it says, this one says beware of, so you fill in the sign, what are you to beware of. So what it gives you, again, it gives you ideas of what kinds of things you need to include into a story or how to build a story. This one is from Usborne Books. This one is about writing an adventure story. And again, this one is a little bit more for older kids because it has a lot more blank space, but it does give along the sides, it gives some ideas and prompts as to what they would add in. So this part says, animal heroes. A brave animal leaps into action to rescue someone from mortal danger. Will it succeed? It's your own life under threat too. So then you can write about that story idea. And another one also from Discovery Toys is the Write On Story Journal. And this one, it has the fill in the blanks thing like I was talking about. And so it says, you want to put a boy's name, an animal, a noun, an adjective, an activity. So like I said, this is a perfect example of how you would build a story. So if you're writing a story and you're looking to fill in a few things, what kinds of things? Well, do you have an activity? Do you have, some describing words, things like that. So this book goes through and does all different activities that this gives you. Tell a tale. So again, it gives you some information and things to fill out. So these are the fill in the blank books and Mad Libs, things like that. And although they're not stories that you would use as your ultimate story, the book that you're creating, it is story building techniques to give you ideas on what you need to build a story, to give you some ideas of places where you would insert things. So where would you add an extra character, or where would you add a magical item, and things like that. So I think they're great. You can, as I said, you can find them at Discovery Toys. You can find them through Usborne Books. You can find them, just at the regular bookstore. So look for some of those items and put them up on your shelf. I encourage you maybe to have them write on a separate piece of paper rather than in the book itself, because then you can reuse the book over and over, or use a pencil, which is erasable. All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Creative Writer's Toolbox. Make sure to check the YouTube channel, the Kindness Kangaroo Library, for other episodes, and we'll see you again. Bye.